This is third episode of lecture on gametogenesis. In this video, I discuss clinical correlates regarding gametogenesis. Any disturbance of meiosis or mitosis during the process of gametogenesis, for example non-disjunction, leads to formation of chromosomally abnormal gametes. Chromosomally abnormal gametes. And if any of these chromosomally abnormal gametes is involved in fertilization, it leads to abnormal development. Abnormal development. And abnormal development results in birth defects. And birth defects are major causes of spontaneous abortion. Spontaneous abortion. Abortion is termination of pregnancy, and when pregnancy terminates without an intervention, it is called spontaneous abortion or miscarriage. 10% of major birth defects occur due to chromosomal abnormalities and 8% due to single gene mutation. 10% of birth defects occur due to chromosomal abnormalities. And 8% due to single gene mutation. There are two types of chromosomal abnormalities: numerical and structural. Normal gametes contain 23 chromosomes and they are haploid, which is denoted by N. If a gamete has abnormal chromosome number, for example 22 chromosomes rather than 23, this is called numerical chromosomal abnormality. And if a gamete has normal chromosome number but one or more chromosomes have defect in normal structure, this is called structural chromosomal abnormalities. For example, deletions, large deletions or micro deletions. The most common cause of numerical chromosomal abnormalities is non-disjunction. Non-disjunction. In non-disjunction, two chromosomes or two copies of a single chromosome fail to separate, resulting in formation of two daughter cells. One has two copies and other has no any copy. Normal gametes contain one chromosome from each pair of chromosomes because homologous chromosomes separate and enter in different daughter cell during meiosis. N denotes haploid chromosome number. Haploid chromosome number, that is 23 chromosomes. And 2n denotes diploid chromosome number, that is 46 chromosomes. Any exact multiple of n is euploid. Means n into 1 or n into 2 or n into 3, any exact multiple of n is called euploid. Here 23, 46 and here 69. 23 chromosome number is euploid, 46 is euploid, 69 is euploid. When chromosome number is equal to n into 3, means when chromosome number is 69, this is called triploidy. Triploidy occurs when fertilization occurs between two gametes. One gamete is normal, containing 23 chromosomes, and other gamete is abnormal, it contains 46 chromosomes. When these two gametes unite, one gamete containing 23 chromosomes and other gamete containing 46 chromosomes, they unite at fertilization to produce a zygote which contains 69 chromosomes. This is called triploidy. 46. This gamete is produced when non-disjunction occur at each pair of homologous chromosomes and all the chromosomes enter in one daughter cell and the other daughter cell receives 0 chromosomes. Aneuploid. Aneuploid is any chromosome number that is not euploid. Means if 46 is euploid, then 45 or 47, this chromosome number is aneuploid. Or if 69 is euploid, then 68 or 70, this is aneuploid. Means any chromosome number that is not euploid, that is aneuploid. There are two types of aneuploid. Number 1, trisomy and monosomy. Trisomy is when the aneuploid number that is more than euploid. Means if 46 is euploid, then the aneuploid number that is more than euploid means 47. This is trisomy. Or here 70. And if the aneuploid number that is less than euploid, this is called monosomy. Means 45 or 68. Due to non-disjunction, one gamete contains both chromosomes of a homologous pair. Means it contains 24 chromosomes and the other gamete contains 22 chromosomes. If this gamete containing 24 chromosomes is fertilized with a normal and other normal gamete, means containing 23 chromosomes, this results in trisomy. 47 chromosomes. 24 plus 23 is equal to 47. But if this gamete, which contain less one chromosome less, this is fertilized with the normal gamete, this produces monosomy, 45 chromosomes. Trisomy may occur at any pair of chromosomes. For example, trisomy 21 means there are 3 chromosomes at 21 pair, and trisomy 18, trisomy 13. Trisomy 21 is also called Down syndrome. Down syndrome. Numerical chromosomal abnormalities can involve both autosomes and sex chromosomes. In Down syndrome, autosomes are involved. An extra chromosome is present at 21 pair. And in Klinefelter syndrome, sex chromosomes are involved. Klinefelter syndrome. In Down syndrome, autosomes are involved in trisomy, and in Klinefelter syndrome, sex chromosomes are involved in trisomy. The genetic makeup in Klinefelter syndrome is 47. Means total number of chromosome is 47. Autosomes 44 are autosomes, means number of autosomes is normal, 44 are autosomes, and an extra X chromosome is present. Some patients of Klinefelter syndrome have 48 chromosomes, and genetic makeup is like this. This type of genotype is produced when non-disjunction has occurred in both male and female gametes. These are normal male gametes and these are normal female gametes, and these are abnormal male gametes. Due to non-disjunction, both chromosomes entered in one daughter cell and the other daughter cell received no any chromosome of this pair. And now these are abnormal female gametes. Due to non-disjunction, both chromosomes entered in one cell. The other cell received no any chromosome. If this normal female gamete is fertilized by this abnormal male gamete, this type of zygote is formed, means 47 chromosomes, 3 sex chromosomes, XXY. This is one picture of Klinefelter syndrome. And in this picture, abnormal male gamete is fertilized with abnormal female gamete. In this case, 48 chromosomes, X, 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 Y. Total number of chromosomes is 48. This is another picture of Klinefelter syndrome. Means this genetic makeup is produced when two uniting gametes, both uniting gametes are produced as a result of non-disjunction. Sometimes this normal male gamete fertilizes this abnormal female gamete to produce this type of picture. 47 chromosomes and triple X. This is called triple X syndrome. In triple X syndrome, physical features of syndrome are not marked and she looks normal, so these cases remain undiagnosed. Normally, out of 2 X chromosomes in female, one remain inactivated and condensed and is called sex chromatin body or bar body. Sex chromatin body or bar body. Normally, only one chromosome remain active, the other remain inactive and condensed and is called sex chromatin body or bar body. And in these conditions, in Klinefelter syndrome, in this case of Klinefelter syndrome or in triple X syndrome, here one bar body is present, one X chromosome remain inactivated, means one bar body is present, and in this case one X chromosome remain active and two remain inactive, means two bar bodies are present. And in triple X syndrome also two bar bodies are present because one X chromosome is active and two are inactive and condensed. Trisomy 21 is most common numerical chromosomal abnormality and it accounts for 95% of cases of Down syndrome. 95% of cases of Down syndrome. It results from non-disjunction during meiosis 1 in oocytes of mothers who are more than 35 years of age. And 4% of cases of Down syndrome result from unbalanced translocation. Unbalanced translocation. Between chromosome 21 and 13. Translocation is when a piece of chromosome breaks and is attached to another chromosome. There are two types of translocations: balanced translocation and unbalanced translocations. Balanced translocation. If pieces of chromosomes break and exchanged and they are reunited with no loss of genetic material, this is called balanced translocation. Suppose this is a chromosome and this is another chromosome and pieces of these two chromosomes breaks. This piece of this chromosome and this part of this chromosome break, and they are exchanged and reunited with no loss of genetic material. See, part of each chromosome breaks and these parts are exchanged and are reunited with no genetic loss of genetic material. This is called balanced translocation. If a piece of single chromosome is lost and is attached with other chromosome, suppose this is a chromosome and this is another chromosome, a part of a single chromosome is lost. Suppose this part of this chromosome break and is attached with this chromosome. And this part is attached with this chromosome. This is unbalanced translocation. This is balanced translocation and this is unbalanced translocation. Unbalanced translocation between chromosome 21 and 13 or between 21 and 14 or 21 and 15 is cause of Down syndrome in 4% of cases. Remaining 1% of cases, 1% of cases of Down syndrome occur due to mosaicism. Now understand the mosaicism. If chromosomal abnormalities occur during gametogenesis, it leads to formation of chromosomally abnormal gametes. Chromosomally abnormal gametes. And if any abnormal gamete is fertilized, it results in formation of abnormal zygote. Chromosomally abnormal zygote. And when development proceeds, all cells of human which develop from this abnormal zygote will be chromosomally abnormal. But if normal gametes are formed and zygote is also normal, but an error occurred during mitosis at any stage of development, the result is that some cells of body will be normal and some will be abnormal. For example, see here, this is zygote, this is normal zygote. This divides by mitosis, produce two cells, and zygote is normal, so these cells are normal. And now suppose in this one cell an error occurred. In this cell error occurred. When these cells divide, the daughter cells produced from this normal cell will be normal, and cells which are produced by division of this abnormal cell will be abnormal. Means these two cells are normal and these two cells are abnormal. In this way, when further these cells divide, these are normal cells and these are abnormal cells. So mosaicism is the condition in which some cells of the body are normal and some cells have chromosomal abnormalities. Means mosaicism results from an error, for example non-disjunction, which occur during mitosis when zygote is formed and development has started. In other words, mosaicism occur due to mitotic non-disjunction. What is difference between meiotic non-disjunction and mitotic non-disjunction? Meiotic non-disjunction occur, or meiotic non-disjunction is failure of separation of two homologous chromosomes, and mitotic non-disjunction is failure of separation of two sister chromatids. Suppose this is primary oocyte which undergo first meiotic division, and this is one chromosome and this is another chromosome. When this cell divide by first meiotic division, these are two daughter nuclei, one secondary oocyte and other polar body nuclei. These homologous chromosomes separate, and each chromosome from this pair enter normally. Each chromosome from this pair enter in a different daughter cell. But in case of meiotic non-disjunction, this pair, these two chromosomes, these two homologous chromosomes fail to separate, and both chromosomes enter in one daughter cell. And the other daughter cell receive no any chromosome from this homologous pair. This is meiotic non-disjunction. In case of mitotic non-disjunction, suppose this is a cell which undergo mitosis. This is one chromosome and this is another chromosome. Now when this cell divide by mitosis, in mitosis normally sister chromatids of a single chromosome separate. There are two chromatids in one chromosome. This is one chromatid and this is another chromatid. And these two chromatids of a single chromosome are called sister chromatids, and in mitosis sister chromatids separate. Normally these sister chromatids separate, but in case of non-disjunction Suppose in case of non-disjunction, these two sister chromatids fail to separate and both enter in one daughter cell. Suppose this daughter cell, this sister chromatid and this another sister chromatid, they both entered in one daughter cell, and the sister chromatids of other chromosome, suppose they separate and entered in different daughter cell, and then these cells produce their sister chromatid during synthesis phase. This other chromatid is produced and chromosome is completed, and here also, and here also other chromatid is produced, and in this daughter cell in this way, means this is mitotic non-disjunction in which sister chromatids fail to separate. In meiotic non-disjunction, homologous chromosomes fail to separate. Here there are 3 chromosomes at this pair, means mitotic non-disjunction. As a result of mitotic non-disjunction, once in one cell there is trisomy, and in other cell at a pair there is one chromosome and one chromosome is lacking, means this is monosomy. And in case of meiotic non-disjunction, trisomy and monosomy is produced when these gametes unite at the time of fertilization. So mitotic non-disjunction produces mosaicism. These are normal cells and these abnormal cells. And the condition when normal and abnormal both cells are present, some cells of body are normal and some cells are chromosomally abnormal, this condition is mosaicism. And mosaicism is cause of Down syndrome in 1% of cases. Now a simple question for you. Suppose there are two groups of Down syndrome patients, group A and group B. In A group patients, disease is caused by meiotic non-disjunction, and in B group patients, disease is caused by mitotic non-disjunction. Now question is that in which group severity of disease is more? Pause the video and think your own answer. Severity of disease in A group will be more, because in case of meiotic non-disjunction, all cells of body are abnormal. In B group patients, some cells of body are normal and some are abnormal. So disease is less severe in these patients as compared to A group patients. Severity of disease also varies among B group patients. In some patients, mitotic non-disjunction occur at early stages of development, and in some other patients, non-disjunction occur at late stages. When non-disjunction occur at early stages, there will be more cells with abnormal chromosome number and disease will be more severe. And when non-disjunction occur at late stages of development, there will be less number of chromosomally abnormal cells and severity of disease will be less. Are you understanding? If you are not clear, please watch again. Unlike trisomies, in case of monosomy, chances of living are very little. Life is not possible in monosomy involving autosomes. The only monosomy which is compatible with life is monosomy of X chromosome. Monosomy of X chromosome is called Turner syndrome. Turner syndrome. Genetic makeup of Turner syndrome is, as it is monosomy, so 45 chromosomes X. Total number of chromosome is 45 and there is one sex chromosome. 80% cases of Turner syndrome occur due to non-disjunction in male gametes. Means most cases of Turner syndrome arise when abnormal sperm fertilizes normal oocytes. Sometimes terms partial monosomy and partial trisomy are used. So you should also clear these terms. When one chromosome is less than the euploid number, for example 45, this is monosomy. Partial monosomy is the condition when a part of chromosome breaks and is lost. Suppose this is a pair of chromosome. If an extra chromosome, a third chromosome at this pair will be present, this is trisomy. And if a single chromosome at a pair in this homologous pair, suppose in this way, in this homologous pair, suppose a whole chromosome is lost and a single chromosome is present, this is monosomy. But if a part of chromosome breaks and is lost, now this is called partial monosomy. And partial trisomy when this is homologous pair and if whole chromosome will be present, this is trisomy. But if a part of chromosome from another part of another chromosome breaks and come to lie along the side of this pair, suppose this is a part of another chromosome which breaks and detach from that chromosome and come to lie along the side of this pair of chromosome, now this is called partial trisomy, as not whole chromosome is present. If whole chromosome will be present, then we call trisomy. But here a part of chromosome is present along the side of a homologous pair, this is called partial trisomy and this is partial monosomy. Overall, risk of chromosomal abnormalities is very much increased when age of mother is more than 35 years. So ideal maternal age for reproduction is from 20 to 35. Sometimes single primordial follicle contain two or more than two primary oocytes. Suppose these are two primary oocytes present in single primordial follicle. Primary oocytes surrounded by follicular epithelial cells Recall structure of primordial follicle. In this case, during maturation, this type of primordial follicle degenerates, and rarely this primordial follicle reaches full maturity, and both oocytes are released at ovulation and are fertilized, and it gives rise twins or triples. Sometimes one primary oocyte contains two or more than two nuclei. This is the primary oocyte. It contains two or more than two nuclei. This primary oocyte similarly surrounded by follicular cells. So this type of primary oocytes which contain more than one nuclei usually die before they reach full maturity. As compared to female gametes, ratio of formation of abnormal male gametes is more. Normally, in a fertile individual, about 10% of ejaculated sperms are grossly abnormal. For example, some contain two heads, some contain two tails, or some have no tail. Grossly abnormal sperms are less motile, and they cannot cross cervix of uterus because cervix contain mucus. So these abnormal sperms cannot fertilize oocytes. When more than 20% of ejaculated sperms are abnormal, then fertility of men is affected.